everyone. I'm Samantha, again from the Whaley Historic House Museum, coming to you for our second vlog post. I know it's been more than just 1 week, and I apologize for that. We were busy setting up for our Flint in Photos exhibit, which you can see a piece of behind me. This is actually something painted by a U of M Flint history student who's been working here at the museum with me for almost a year now. And his artistic abilities in sort of capturing this cool sort of deconstructed Saginaw Street scene are just amazing. So you have the brick road, of course, because the Saginaw Street's brick road is sort of iconic, but you also have the wonderful arches there, which several of them go across Saginaw Street. If you've never been to Flint, you can Google some pictures so that you can see what these arches actually look like. But if you have been to Flint, you will know that Jason captured it very, very well. And I will forever be indebted to his wonderful artistic abilities that are shown off right behind me here. So our Flint in Photos exhibit will actually be running through the month of August. So you should really come and check it out. We have photos from throughout Flint's history, some everyday photos. We have, pictures of children sledding in the park, but we also have pictures from, the Durant Dork Carriage Company building. And we hope that maybe you will consider contributing some photos to our exhibit. We really hope that this will become something that we can do year after year, and that it will grow as the community gets more and more involved in creating it. We really want to be able to capture everybody's memories of Flint, whether they be everyday memories, a special moment with your family, or just an everyday moment walking down Saginaw Street. So come check it out and start digging through your scrapbooks to see if you have something that you can share with us, because we sure would be happy if you could. Most of the pictures that we have here today came from the Buick Gallery, which is just down the street. It's an extension of the Sloan Museum, and so we are very excited that we have these resources handy, and I mean literally like 2 blocks down the street. So I am forever indebted to Heather and the help that she gave me in rifling through folders, pulling folders for me and my student workers to go through, and providing me with the substance for this exhibit. And as I said, hopefully it will just continue to grow. So like I said, come check it out. It's a good time, a good walk through Flint's history. But additionally, I really wanted to talk to you today about our new membership program. So, of course, as a museum, we have a membership program. It sort of helps sustain the museum and keep things going into the future. Right as it stood, the membership program offered several different levels of membership, but they all had the same benefits. So what I did was I created new membership levels, and the membership levels have fun names. So they are like, we have carriage driver, which is sort of the basic individual level, shop clerk, shop owner, banker, lumber baron, business tycoon, fun things like this. And all of these names actually sort of are business related, because one of the sort of staples of the Gilded Age was the sort of change in business life, the way business was transacted, and because of that, the way that everyday life even changed because of these changes in business. So during the Gilded Age, population shifted largely from the country and from an agricultural nation, agricultural economy, to a manufacturing economy, and one that was far more urban than it had been. So we went from basically a country of farmers, whether they be farmers, large-scale farmers, subsistence farmers, which meant that they were growing basically just enough for their family to survive on, or maybe some slightly middle-sized farmers who were growing enough for themselves, but also enough to sell at the local market or something like that. But advances in technology allowed for the large-scale farmers to really push out everybody else. They could buy farm equipment made by companies like John Deere and McCormick and things like that. These companies that we now today, of course, know and will always recognize. The green and yellow, I mean, hello, it's super iconic in Americana. And so they pushed out all these other farmers, and they had to figure out what to do. So many of them actually packed up and moved to the cities, where there were far more employment opportunities in the new factories that were being built. We also had tons of young people moving from the country to the city for more opportunities, adventure. Basically, most of the reasons that you would think that a teenager would move from the farm to the city. Entertainment, there were new forms of entertainment that were coming about in the cities that were attracting these young folks to, and just the independence that you could find in the city, renting an apartment, working and living on your own, things that, you know, a few decades earlier you never would have been able to do. So you had more people working in a variety of jobs, whether they be, you know, a cashier, whether they be working in this new thing called a department store. Of course, the department store came about during this time, as did the mail order catalog. So all of these new things, factories, manufacturing jobs, all of these things sort of created new business opportunities and allowed for Americans to have a new way of life. They would get up, they could go to work, they could come home at the end of their shift, and, you know, have the evening, which was something unheard of before, and especially working on a farm where you worked from sunup until sundown. And this was also the era of the labor unions, so you had these unions trying to push for an 8-hour workday, and those kinds of regulations that would keep workers safe, keep them from being exhausted, basically overworked, and allow them to, just be safer on the job. But so all of these changes in business and all of these changes that were happening in, just sort of American everyday life caused me to sort of focus on these business themes in choosing our names for our membership program. So along with that, at every level of our membership program, you see increased benefits. So you move from the carriage driver membership, which offers free and reduced admission to different events and regular tours, to members only programming in the quarterly newsletter, to adding things like tickets to bring friends, memberships to gift to friends, and things like that. So all of these things increase as you increase your level of membership. And this is just because we appreciate you as members and the things that you do for us, whether it's supporting our events and coming to those, talking about us to your friends, supporting us through fundraising activities, and just the funds that you give us in your dues. You're really growing the Whaley family and the impact that we're able to have here in the city of Flint. And so we're thankful for that and want to, give back to you with all of the things that we can give you. And so you can see all of our membership levels and the benefits that go along with them at our website, which is www.whaleyhouse.com. So be sure to check us out there. And then also a small portion of each membership level, even at the most basic membership level, which is our student membership level. So I'm super excited that we have a student membership level now. And for $10 and showing me your student ID, you get the basic membership. So that includes, again, free and reduced admission to our events, the quarterly newsletter, and admission to members-only programming. So it's really a great deal. I mean, if you come to History Happy Hour, say, 2 History Happy Hour admissions, because that's $5, equals that membership. So once you go to 2, everything else that you come to that's free or reduced, you're basically making your money back. So that's pretty cool. But even at that level, up to our highest level, a portion of your dues will go towards an endowment for the museum. And I'm so excited that we're working on creating this endowment because not only does it sort of give us here at the museum allow us to breathe a sigh of relief in that we are planning for our future and trying to figure out ways that we can make sure that the Whaley House exists long into the future. But we also hope that you as our members will appreciate these efforts that we're taking and that you will rest a bit easier knowing that the money that you're giving us is not only going to help us with day-to-day expenses, but it will be going to help us ensure that the Whaley House is here for your children, your grandchildren, their grandchildren, and maybe even their grandchildren too. Hopefully their grandchildren too, right? But I guess that's all I have for you today. I'm going to try really hard to keep my videos to under 10 minutes, but I really like to talk. So it's going to be a little bit of work on my part, but hopefully you have enjoyed this little peek back here at our exhibit. And there are tons more pictures all throughout our first floor. We kept everything to the first floor so that, it's all handicap accessible, so that everybody can enjoy Flint's history. So like I said, be sure to come and check us out. We're open this Saturday for our regular tour hours from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. And we'll have a couple docents here, again, giving guided tours. So check us out there and check out our website to look at our different membership levels. And I hope to see you in the very near future. Thanks. Bye. Have a great week.